All right, so earlier this month, we sent out our beloved jar of relish that has been in our refrigerator since the beginning of the pandemic to the scientists over at Sac State to find out what exactly is living in there. And this morning, the results are in. We are joined once again by Dr. Chris Lopez, biology professor from Sac State. Good morning, Dr. Lopez. Thanks for doing this for us.
Good morning. Yeah, no, this has been fun. Me, along with two of my students, Karina and Maddie, have been having a good time trying to figure out what is in your very old jar of relish.
Okay, so I see a disturbing number of cultures. There are petri dishes in front of you.
Okay,
Can you take us through what you found?
Yes, I will cut to the punchline.
Okay.
Very little to nothing. So
What?
if you kind of look in this area over here.
You're kidding.
So yes, there's very little growing in this, and we pushed it. Right, here's your beloved jar. We took some samples of that, of course. We took some of that relish and then left it at room temperature for 2 weeks. We did the same thing, but in a closed container, because sometimes that matters.
Okay.
And we plated all of that, and the only couple things we got were more just environmental contaminants that kind of came in there.
Really?
So there's so much sugar and salt and preservatives in this kind of processed relish that you don't really get. I mean, it's made to stop microbes from growing.
To be shelf stable.
But I can show you what could be growing, especially in maybe foods that aren't quite as packed with those type of materials. So what you saw that I heard gross being the word, and they don't smell fun, but. So these are examples of bacteria and molds that are found just in the air. This is a bacterium that's commonly found on the skin. It turns yellow on this particular agar. And so these are things that can just float around in the air. These are things that normally come out of your mouth when you're talking. I know that might be kind of gross to think about, but as we're having this conversation, if we were in person, we could be like exchanging some microbes back and forth.
No thanks.
But these are just kind of the normal things around us.
Okay.
And unless someone's sick and kind of those are pathogenic microbes coming on, this is just kind of normal stuff. And I'm a fan. I teach food microbiology, and Karina was one of my food microbiology students. And we spent a lot of time trying to figure out what are the microbes that are in foods that don't have preservatives. So like if you were to ferment pickles, what are the microbes that come out of that? Kimchi, things like that. And they're really interesting. They're good for you. As long as they're done in you're preparing these in a sanitary way. So you shouldn't be scared of these. I'm slightly more concerned that nothing grows in this, to be perfectly honest. But so listen, you can save this for like another 5-10 years. See how long it takes you.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
So
Dr. Garcia, that is so disturbing.
If I can read between the lines of your assessment, like if someone were to eat that, we would most likely be fine.
Yeah, I can't tell you anything about how it tastes. Like, there are other chemical reactions that go on that change its flavor, so it could taste different than it did 6 years ago. You wouldn't get sick. You might just kind of oh, that's not great, but there's nothing that's going to infect you. Let's put it that way.
That is very interesting.
I can't fix my face.
So to be clear, those cultures you showed us, those were like.
So you're all going to taste it?
No, definitely not going to do that. Or no, those cultures you showed us, did that actually come from the sample, or those are just examples of the kinds of bacteria you could find?
These are just examples. So we did some tests where we just took the plate and left it open just to collect stuff that floated on. Things like you can see there's a bunch of little spots, and we kind of just expanded them over here. Maddie and Karina did what we called a scream plate, where they just opened it up and I don't know, do you guys talk into it or scream at it?
Scream, blow right. I did all of it.
Okay, cool. So they had full-on conversations. Again, we're exchanging microbes by just talking. And then skin swabs, just to kind of show what would happen if you accidentally touched it or skin cells kind of fell onto it. I know, maybe not fun to think about, but that's just what happens. And so we had to push to culture some things, I guess is my point. But we really couldn't get anything from your relish. Wow.
Okay, well, Dr. Lopez, thank you so much for that. Thank you to your students as well.
You're welcome.
I know as crazy as this is, we would like the relish back. So if you can give it to Dave, he's going to bring it back.
Yeah, and I look forward to hearing about how it tastes from you all.
We're not going to be tasting it. Thanks again, Dr. Lopez. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Lopez, and stingers up.
You're welcome. Bye.